This season on Gold Rush, fans are bashing the inconsiderate bosses on the show. It seems the only two miners with their acts together are Parker Schnabel and Tony Beats. However, when it comes to other bosses on the show, fans feel they leave a lot to be desired. Here is why fans consider several bosses on the Discovery Network show to be inconsiderate. This season of Gold Rush started with a huge surprise. Ness never showed up for work. The show had Parker, Tony, Fred Lewis, and the Clayton brothers as the main miners, but a lot of people wondered where Rick was. This included his own crew. What was shocking was when his crew had to find him. When they located where he was, they approached him and asked why he wasn't at the mining site for the new season. He explained that he was suffering from depression issues and had sought professional help. He then said he wouldn't be back this season. On Reddit, one person thought this was highly inconsiderate of his crew. It wasn't that he took the season off. It was that he just left them high and dry, and they had to find him to see what was going on. Ness doesn't bother to tell his crew that he isn't coming to the Yukon this last year, the Redditor posted. So they show up anyways and start prepping the mine for action, only be left wondering where Rick is. On a different level, Fred Lewis is there for his crew. However, one thing that many Redditors have noticed is that he isn't very honest with them. One Redditor said that every promise that Fred makes is a lie. One Redditor even said that Fred never expected to find any gold this season at all. Fred wasn't even trying to get gold, and just wanted to go camping all summer, and everyone knew the site had no gold, a Redditor commented. They went on to say that the crew that actually wanted to work and find gold were angry when they realized this entire story was just thrown into cover for Rick's absence. Finally, the most recent addition to this season of Gold Rush was Dave Turin. However, fans were immediately turned off by what Dave did when he first showed up. He said he lost a major investor and had to sell everything. He then offered to sell it to two of his most trusted crew members. Dave Turin drags his remaining team back to Alaska just to tell them that he is selling the mine, and by the way, he wants to sell it to them. Oh, and you need to make $1 million decision and somehow get funded for that today? A Redditor wrote. If Dave couldn't make money off it, why would he try to take money from his crew for a site that was already failing? Do you feel the Gold Rush bosses are inconsiderate? Let us know your thoughts on Rick, Fred, and Dave in the comments below. Sean S. Lilos has been a freelance writer for over 25 years and is a voting member of the Oklahoma Film Critics Circle. He is also a published author with a book about the Stephen King Dollar Baby filmmakers. Gold Rush fans bash inconsiderate bosses on the show. In the ever-competitive world of reality television, few shows capture the thrill and grit of the gold mining industry like Discovery Channel's Gold Rush. As fans tune in each week, they are drawn not only to the glimmering promise of gold, but also to the intricate relationships and dynamics between the miners, their families, and notably their bosses. Recently, a wave of criticism has swept through the fan base, targeting the so-called inconsiderate bosses featured on the show. This backlash raises questions about leadership, teamwork, and the high stakes of mining, elements that fans feel are often overshadowed by the personal dramas that unfold. The characters at the helm central to the narrative of Gold Rush are the various team leaders or bosses who oversee operations in the harsh Alaskan wilderness. These figures are typically portrayed as rugged individuals, driven by the relentless pursuit of gold. However, many fans argue that some of these bosses exhibit behavior that is detrimental not only to the efficiency of their teams, but also to the morale and well-being of the workers under their command. For instance, Todd Hoffman, who was one of the early stars of the show, often faced backlash for his management style. Fans have pointed out instances where his decisions led to costly mistakes, impacting the livelihoods of the crew. Comments on social media platforms frequently cite moments when he seemed more focused on his own ambitions than on the safety and success of his team. This perception of self-serving leadership resonates with viewers, who see it as a reflection of poor management in any industry. The weight of responsibility. One of the most significant aspects of mining portrayed in Gold Rush is the sheer physical and emotional toll it takes on the workers. Fans are vocal about the immense pressure placed on miners, who work long hours in treacherous conditions, often away from their families for weeks or months at a time. Many argue that bosses should be more. Recent episode highlighted a particularly grueling week for a crew working under a boss who seemed to disregard their fatigue. The miners, exhausted and frustrated, were pushed to continue working despite clear signs of burnout. Viewers took to social media in droves, expressing their outrage. Comments ranged from calls for better treatment of workers to outright demands for accountability from the show's producers regarding the portrayal of such dynamics. The reality of team dynamics beyond the individual bosses. The show also explores the complexities of team dynamics in high-pressure environments. Fans argue that the portrayal of inconsiderate bosses can perpetuate harmful stereotypes about leadership. Many feel that the show fails to adequately represent the positive examples of leadership that can inspire and motivate teams, instead opting for the more sensationalist view of conflict and dysfunction. One fan lamented, "It's disappointing to see the same patterns repeat. There are great leaders out there who uplift their teams and foster a positive environment. Why not showcase that?" This sentiment resonates deeply in a society increasingly aware of the importance of mental health and positive workplace culture. Comparisons to other shows. The backlash against inconsiderate bosses in Gold Rush is not isolated. Reality TV is rife with examples of questionable leadership, whether it's in competition shows or those focusing on business. However, Gold Rush stands out because of the life-or-death stakes involved in mining operations. Fans argue that this reality should compel bosses to act with more responsibility and empathy. In comparison to other popular reality shows, such as The Amazing Race or Survivor, where teamwork and collaboration are often highlighted as keys to success, Gold Rush seems to revel in showcasing conflicts and power struggles. This could be a reflection of producers' desires to amplify drama, but at what cost? The erosion of positive workplace representation can leave viewers with a skewed perception of leadership. The fans' call for change. The growing frustration among fans has sparked conversations about what constitutes good leadership. Many viewers advocate for a shift in how bosses are portrayed on reality TV, urging producers to spotlight those who prioritize their team's well-being and success. Social media has become a platform for fans to share stories and examples of effective leadership in mining and other industries, underscoring the importance of teamwork and mutual respect. Moreover, the conversation has branched into a broader discussion about workplace culture in various fields. Fans have started campaigns to promote awareness around the significance of empathetic leadership, emphasizing that it's not just about the bottom line, but also about the people behind the operations. This grassroots movement reflects a desire for more responsible storytelling in reality television. Learning from the backlashes, Gold Rush continues its journey. It has an opportunity to learn from the fans' critiques. By showcasing bosses who value their workers, practice transparency, and demonstrate accountability, the show could not only improve its narrative, but also contribute positively to the public discourse surrounding leadership in high-stress industries. For instance, featuring stories of bosses who foster strong team dynamics and prioritize safety could shift the narrative away from toxic leadership models. Highlighting successful crew collaborations, even when faced with challenges, would resonate with fans who value resilience and camaraderie. Conclusion. A call for reflection as viewers eagerly anticipate the next episode of Gold Rush. The discussions surrounding inconsiderate bosses serve as a powerful reminder of the impact of leadership on team dynamics. Fans are calling for a shift towards more responsible portrayals of bosses, ones that reflect the importance of empathy, communication, and teamwork. In a world where workplace culture is increasingly scrutinized, reality television has the power to either reinforce negative stereotypes or challenge them. As Gold Rush navigates the complexities of the gold mining industry, it has a unique opportunity to influence how leadership is perceived and practiced, not just in the realm of television, but in the real world as well. The fans are watching, and they are ready for a change.